everybody out there? It's your main man, Shane Plue. As you can see by the title of the video, this is pretty much going to try to cover the Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. Because I think a lot of people are over-exaggerating their hatred, their dislikes, and their likes of every console, including myself. I actually made a previous video talking about how the 360 was the worst console ever. I do still think that the 360 is definitely in a list of worst consoles because of the manufacturing and the failure of the hardware, but I don't necessarily think that it is the worst console ever. So I do definitely take that back. As you can see, I'm not going to take down the video. I'm going to keep it up because everybody makes faults, so that's mine. But anyways, I'm going to start it off with the Wii. Now, first of all, I'm a PS3 fan. I prefer the PS3 over everything else. I own all three consoles. I love video games. That's just me. The Wii, I think the Wii is great. It's a new way to play video games. It's fun, and it's just a very innovative way to play. Hands down, regardless what anybody thinks, the Wii is definitely the pioneer for innovation for video games. Even though it's not that powerful as the 360 or the PS3, the Wii is definitely holding it down for innovation. Besides that, the Wii has fun games for everybody. Everybody wants to call it a kid's toy, which the mass majority of their games are for the younger crowd. That's just a fact. But at the same time, they do have good, mature titles for everyone to play. So I wouldn't necessarily call it a kid system. It's definitely a gaming console. It's just one that's preferably used if you have, a family environment around around your play style, if you got a younger brother or sister, kid, whatever, you and your wife want to have a good time playing, it could be anything like that. It's definitely more family-oriented system. Now for the PS3 is a titan. I still kind of don't understand why the 360 fanboys are really down in the PS3 as much as they are, because the PS3 has really grown into a beast of a system, and it is sweet. Really think about it. Before the Xbox came out, there was the PlayStation. The PlayStation held it down. It brought in the new age to video games, and no one complained about the controls. The controls were the shit. PlayStation 2, no one complained about it. But all of a sudden now people want to talk about the controls. And some people want to say, oh, we just mean for first-person shooters. Just me personally, I understand everything's personal opinion as well, but me personally, I don't prefer one over the other. I think both controls are great. They both get the job done. I just kind of don't really get why they're bashing the PS3 as much as they are. But at the same time, I think the amount of flaming that's happening from one console to the other is due because of fanboy versus fanboy. Oh, my system's this, my system's that. I guarantee you that if there was no true fanboys out there supporting their system that hard, they wouldn't be shitting on another system as hard as people are doing. They still be like, oh, I prefer the 360, but they wouldn't be riding that fucking hard for their console. They really wouldn't be, But back to what I was saying, the PS3, it has a solid lineup of games. This E3 coming up, it's really about to come hard. If you don't have a PS3 this year, then you are truly, without a doubt, missing out on honestly one of the best years in gaming, coming up in the next year and a half, 2 years, because there's about to be some monumental titles coming out exclusively for the PlayStation. And, Xbox had its time. It's had its years. But I strongly believe that the Xbox has hit its prime, and it's just staying there. It's not going to exceed that, regardless of what happens at E3. Just because the lineup of PlayStation titles that are going to come out is just going to be so, it's really going to break records, like, on how sick this lineup is going to be. It's crazy. But PlayStation, it's really an awesome system, awesome hardware, great online, and plus it's free. It's a win-win. But with the 360, yeah, of course, I talked about my other video, the hardware is constantly failing, this and that, but, they come out with the new versions, they are a little bit more stable, but they're still faulty, and that works against Microsoft. But other than that, their Xbox Live service is phenomenal. Their interface, phenomenal. They really got it down to the T. And when they bring out their next system, all they're gonna do is pretty much make it better. And they're really going in the right way. And there's one thing that I do like about Microsoft and with their Xbox product is that they saw the vision for online gaming on consoles better than anyone else. I understand the Dreamcast was the first one to do it, but the Dreamcast just had it there. It was like, oh, okay, you can play online, go ahead. Regular phone, dial up, But the Xbox and the 360 was like, look, this is how it's going to be. We're going to innovate how consoles are played online, boom. This is it. You know what I'm saying? You got to reach our bar. That's it. We set it. If you're below us, okay, that's it. You're just below us. And that's where the PS3 is right now. And don't get me wrong, the PlayStation 3 is definitely not far below. It's right there. It really is right there. With the addition of a few little features on the PlayStation Network, it would definitely, without a doubt, surpass Xbox Live. But as of right now, on this date, it doesn't, because the 360 has features with its live service that you cannot have on the PlayStation Network. And it's really what the PlayStation community want. They want that in-game voice chat. They want that all-around game invite. They want that bad. And, I want it bad. I like the PS3 better than I like the other systems. Better than I like my PC. But I know that that's the fact that's working against it. And hopefully they'll really put that in there. The 360 is a good console. It really is. It has a good lineup of games. I still think that they're milking the hell out of Halo. Personally, I'm kind of out of Halo. I said it once before. Gears of War, I think it's a very solid, fun game. But beyond that, there's a few other games that are good, but as far as exclusives go, the PlayStation 3 definitely has it locked down. And you can read articles on IGN, N4G, 1UP, GameSpot, doesn't matter. You will see that developers are really getting the hold of the PS3, and now like multi-platform games are really looking like excellent on the PS3. They're looking damn good. They don't, look, kind of off or anything anymore. So that's my pretty much deal on all the systems. The Wii is definitely holding it down in its own way. The PS3 personally is on top. The 360 is really the pioneer of online gaming, and it does have good games. And I don't think there's really anything else. I probably left the Wii out a little bit more. The Wii definitely has excellent controls, I guess. I'm playing, y'all. But yeah, this is Shampoo. Peace out, y'all.